The Emmys happened on Sunday, hosted by Jimmy Kimmel. I didn't watch the show. I was going to watch it, but then somebody offered to come to my house and stab me in the jaw with a rusty screwdriver instead. And I just thought that was a much more appealing way to spend my time. And it just so happens that there's no shortage of people who would be willing to stab me in the jaw with a rusty screwdriver. So it kind of works out. So I didn't watch it, but I did. There was one segment from the show that caught my eye after the fact, as it's been making the rounds online. This is, I guess, supposed to be a comedy bit between host Jimmy Kimmel and actor Anthony Anderson, but the cringe factor here is off the charts. Watch.
Before we announce the nominees, I have a few things that I'd like to say.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Because in rehearsal, I thought we decided that we're just gonna...
we have a record number of Black Emmy nominees this year, which is great. This is the part where the white people start to applaud.
Oh.
And nod.
Oh.
Thank you, Jimmy. All right, these Emmys would have been All-Star, these Emmys would have been NBA All-Star Weekend and Wakanda, all wrapped into one. This was supposed to be the blackest Emmys ever. Y'all wouldn't have been able to handle how black it was gonna be. But because of COVID, we can't even get in the damn building. This isn't what it should have been, Jimmy, but you know what? I'm still rooting for everybody black, because black stories, black performances, and Black Lives Matter. Say it with me, Jimmy. Black Lives Matter. Louder, Jimmy. Black Lives Matter. Louder, Jimmy. Say it so that Mike Pence can hear it. Black Lives Matter. That's right. And because Black Lives Matter, black people will stay at home tonight to be safe, which is fine, because guess what? Y'all don't know how to light us anyway. No. Jimmy, I'm glad I got that off my chest.
I am too, yeah. I'm glad you did.
I'm appreciative that you've given me a safe space to say this from.
No, it's my pleasure. You know that, yes.
Could you scoot over so I can stand on this star?
Okay, yes, I will.
Bring out. Okay. All right.
Yes, that was the most uncomfortable thing I've ever seen in my life. It was cringe comedy, but not in a good way. Cringe comedy minus the comedy, just pure cringe all the way down. What was the comedy supposed to be exactly? This is the ritual humiliation of a neutered white man. Now, I admit, sort of grotesquely fascinating to watch in a certain way, but not really funny. Now, if this wasn't the Emmys, if this was, we know this isn't the case in the Emmys, but if it wasn't the Emmys, I might think that this was supposed to be a parody of BLM and its constant demands for pledges of allegiance, and a parody of the pathetic little puppy dogs like Kimmel who bark on command as they're told. But I don't think it is a parody. I think it's just exactly what we've been seeing. In fact, there was another example of it. We've seen these, mobs of BLM people walking down the road and demanding that, diners at restaurants put up the Black Power fist and all of that. Here was another recent example from a few days ago. Let's take a look at this.
Say that Black Lives Matter.
Malachi.
Black Lives Matter. It lets us know that you're cool.
Say Black Lives Matter.
You put the fist up, but you gotta say Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, say Black Lives Matter, homie.
Feel better.
Say Black Lives Matter right now.
Black Lives Matter.
Say Black Lives Matter, bro.
No, you didn't. I didn't hear. Okay, say I'm proud. Hold on. Let him talk. Let him talk.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, that was in Portland, I believe, of course. And that dude, he got his truck smashed anyway, apparently. He did what he was told, and then he came out and the truck was still smashed. He performed the choreography, danced the jig, jumped through the hoops, and they still went after him anyway. That's the way it goes, because that's the way it always goes. And when I say that's the way it always goes, I mean, I'm talking about going back through history, okay, way before BLM. This is how evil oppressors always operate. This is one of the hallmarks of oppressors, is that they demand pledges of allegiance, displays of fealty, whether sincere or not. One of the most common things that tyrants do is that they need you to at least pretend. They need you to say the words and perform the actions. Because your personal views are irrelevant to them. They don't care about that. It's your submission they want. So BLM is following this script, and there's a lot of historical precedent for it. None of it good, but there's a lot of it. On the other hand, you notice how you never see gangs of pro-lifers at the March for Life. You never see them, gathering around someone and demanding that the person express their support for the pro-life cause. That never happens. Because pro-lifers really care about their professed cause, and their professed cause is saving babies. And coerced statements of support from people who are scared of, getting their asses kicked by a mob of angry people, that does nothing to advance the cause of saving babies. Now, for BLM, Antifa, etc., the real cause is control. And coerced statements of support really do advance that cause. And they would advance it no matter what the statement was. Doesn't even matter what it is. They might as well demand that you do the Macarena or, sing "She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain." It doesn't matter what you're doing or what it is. They say Black Lives Matter, put up the fist. That doesn't even make a difference. The whole point is simply to train you to do what they say. And that's it. That's all they want. Hope you enjoyed this segment of the Matt Walsh Show, because you should know on September 28th, it will be moving from the Daily Wire channel to be available exclusively on my YouTube channel. You can go there, youtube.com/Matt Walsh, and you can get the link in the description below as well. I'm also making a lot of new content that you can only find on my channel. So subscribe, ring the bell to make sure you never miss a new video.